Hi everyone, and welcome to the daily guidance for today, Thursday, August the 6th. Today is the 6th. Okay, so I've been noticing that lately we've been getting a lot of messages concerning relationships. So basically what I got is that the reason the messages are still coming through and discussing relationship issues is because that's what keeps most people in this karmic cycle. And when they come back to clear karmic cycles, they pick up more, which keeps us at a loop. It's like an everlasting loop. And the opportunity to ascend is closing. And I'm not just saying this. So humanity has a connection with God's source, right? We are all one. So I know you hear that a lot, but I don't know if people like fully encompasses what it means, because it seems like people may think it means one thing when what I'm really saying is that there's a way to coexist with everyone without conflict, because it's happened before. Okay, so Earth, we're here on Earth, Earth School. We're learning to connect back with God's source, and that's when you reach Christ consciousness. Now, when I say Christ consciousness, I'm not saying this in a religious way, even though because I know we've been taught different religions, etc. But Christ consciousness is equivalent to you connecting to your higher source, the crown chakra. Okay, crown chakra is Christ consciousness. All right, so that's you connecting with your higher self. And just FYI, Christ is a title. It's not a person's name. So just like Prince or King and Queen, those are titles. Christ is a title. Once you are in touch with your higher self, you have reached Christ consciousness. So you are at a place where no one can manipulate, control you. You know who you are. You're in touch with yourself. You're not affected by fear and all the lower chakras. You've already cleared all of that. And the next step is a higher level. Okay, so that's you reaching Christ consciousness. That's the highest consciousness you can reach in this lifetime, on Earth. Once you got there, you've cleared everything. You don't have to come back. You do not reincarnate. Okay, so that number one. And the fact that you're even here on Earth, because Earth is a being. Earth is a being. Okay, so when I say that, for the sake of just explaining what I mean, you are a being, right? You have a lot of cells within you. You have organs, you have blood, you have bones, I mean, a lot of things, tissues, and I can go on and on. All of these make up you, who you are. And then, of course, you got the outer organs, your skin, you have legs, arms, fingers, head, ears, all of that good stuff. All of those make up who you are. So, Earth is a place where you can come and experience and actually gain knowledge and wisdom, because you're able to actually go through an experience and take that experience with you, and that experience shapes who you are. It actually helps you grow. So Earth being a being, okay, a planet is a being, it agreed to be a place where those who can reach Christ consciousness can come and go through their lessons. So it's like you agreeing as a being to be a place where all your organs can go through a lesson to reach the highest potential that they can become. Once that happens, you ascend, you don't come back here. So this is the feminine or the female becoming pregnant. That egg that is fertilized, it goes through the same process you're going through on Earth. It goes through the same process. So when the sperm meets the egg, number one, that's a big deal. That's a huge deal. So for you to actually be fertilized and you're able to be born or go through the gestation process, which is 9 months within the mother's womb, and then you're finally born, you're ascending. So just know those 9 months that you are pregnant, well, women, those 9 months that you're pregnant, there's something in you that's going through an experience of growth. So as this, and it's a baby, it's the embryo. I was trying, and then it turns into a fetus, and I was trying to get the right words. So when the child is born, it's a death within you that occurred. It transformed from the fetus, and it's now a baby. It's an infant. It's on the other side. It went through its ascension process. Once it's here, it's you. You're here. You go through different phases, cycles in your life, from infant to adulthood. Okay, I mean, you go from infant, then you become a toddler, then you become, I guess, a child, teen, preteen, teen, adolescent, young adult, then, and so forth. There's different phases, and every phase you go through a different experience on Earth. So the fetus, when it's within you, it's not seeing blood, and it's not seeing tissues and the other organs, the kidneys, and it's not seeing a liver, and no. It sees an actual, it has a perception while it's in you. So everything within you has a perception. And as far as they're probably living their lives the same way you and I are living our lives. That's what they see. Everything is what you perceive that you're looking at is reflected back to you, and it becomes that. And then that's your reality. So even here on Earth, everything is an illusion. What we perceive all of this to be, it's an illusion. We're just going through an experience so that we can grow and ascend. So we're not here forever. This is not what everything is about. So having a job, or going through school, getting a degree, getting a career, getting married, buying a home, buying a house, starting a business, becoming wealthy, etc. That's not what this is about. How well you can do these things show how far in the ascension process you're in, but that's not what this is about. Even Earth is still going through its own ascension process. Because after a planet, because Earth being a planet, it becomes a star. Eventually, I mean, we are all stars. We are all going through these experiences so that we can become a star. So human beings have a special kind of, it's considered to be special when it comes to all the other beings. And as you all know, there's more planets in the universe, and we are not the only planet that has life on it. Okay, I hope you guys know that. There's more. You do know how big the universe is and how many planets we have, etc. There's other life force in the universe other than us. Okay, that's number one. So humans are looked at as special because we have that connection with the true God source. Okay, so we're facing extinction. Because we have been washed away from Earth 2 times already. There's been two different instances on Earth where humans were wiped off because majority of humans were not ascending. And that was what in the Bible, it was the Sodom and Gomorrah, and then the Noah event, those events. Okay, so just wiped off clean and started all over, had to start building again. And we hear all of the stories about, the Lumerians, Sumerians, and then all these different stories we hear, Egyptian gods and etc. And we think even Atlantis. We think that these are all myths and these are, stories, but these are actual events that occurred on Earth. These are actual events where humans are trying to reach ascension. And during the Atlantis period is when we actually got closest, but even that didn't go where it was supposed to go. So this generation, this existence that's occurring now, this is the last chance. And it's the last chance, but at the same time, I can say it's the most challenging because everyone born now or who's coming into existence now is under mental slavery. There's literally, people think that the way things are happening now, or the way we are, I guess, going about life is the way it's always been, and it's the best way for us, and it's not. If humankind cannot start going within, connecting with themselves as we truly are, that's it. So this is being able to detach from that. I mean, the ego attachment, that's the hard one for majority of people. That ego attachment is what keeps people here, keeps people coming back. They get so attached to what they've worked for, all of that, where you're only doing that to experience self-evolution. That's the only reason you're working so hard. That's the only reason the messages keep saying, start getting on that project, start doing what you need to do. Eventually you'll find abundance, you'll find yourself, you'll know who you truly are. You won't look outside at someone else to fulfill you anymore. The only reason you're being pushed to get on your life's path is because getting on your life's path is what helps you grow. So the prize is not the abundance that's coming in, even though that comes in if you're on your path and you're doing the necessary work. Yes, that's not the prize. The prize is not, that's material things. So even though you earn and you gain wealth for yourself, which becomes generational wealth for your descendants, even though you do that, that's not the end goal. So many people get to that point where they do reach a certain level in life and they do have a lot of abundance, but then they, what people call, sell their soul. Okay, so that's literally being so attached to all the physical things that you give up on the true purpose. You know, we could say it's a lot of other things, but even, because mostly you'll hear that like in the music industry or entertainment industry, people sell their soul. But even people who are not in those industries and they basically forget the true purpose and they start just looking at it at the mundane level of just getting richer and richer and richer and basically just knocking down other people to get more material wealth, and you're abandoning your mission. Okay, so that in a sense, you know, that's also selling your soul. So when the number one thing becomes, I need to have this asset, I need to have this amount of money, when that becomes the number, and you forget, what about my interaction with other people? Or what about my experiences that's going to help me grow? Or, you know, and yeah, I can go on and on. But basically, we're not here to obtain wealth, even though that is a part of finding your self-worth. Or it can be. It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be, actually. I mean, look at in the Bible, Jesus, he reached Christ consciousness. That's why he was crucified. He was sharing the good news, the gospel, the good spell. That's the gospel. He was sharing that and awakening people, and the forces that are against that was not having it. So they were able to mind control the masses, and they crucified Christ. So many of those who right now attack those who have awakened, who go around and they share, you know, you guys need to be doing this, you need to do this to get on your path, you need to be finding yourself, and then those people get crucified. It's literally the same thing. It keeps happening over and over and over. And basically, those who are not getting on board, what you have to understand, everyone has free will, right? So that's just a given. We are free spirits. We are able to basically just travel between different dimensions and interact with different life forces on different spaces, different planets, or different locations in the universe. We're able to do that. There's peace. There's no illness. There's no, like, all of the things that are occurring here. It's literally like a virus that's attacked everyone, and it's a mental thing. It's mental, because those who you try to talk to and try to get them out of the you try to get them to see the big picture, they're the one, they attack you. So literally, when it says you will be persecuted, literally you will be persecuted when you try to share certain things with people. So when you try to uplift someone and listen, you know, you might want to question that. We've been getting a lot of error cards in the past couple of weeks. They want you to start using your mental body. We have a physical body, we have a mental body, we have an emotional body, we have a spiritual body. Many people have lost the ability to control their mental body. Your mental body and emotional body together, collectively, which is your masculine, your feminine, those help you attach to your spiritual body. So if you're not connected to your mental, you can't connect to your spiritual. If you're not connected to your emotional, you can't connect to your spiritual. Most people are only connected to their spiritual, to their physical body, and that is not the pathway to your spiritual body. There are two in betweens, and they both need to be connected. So this is where relationships come in. I'm sorry this is going long, guys. I do want to pull some cards, but this came out today, so I need to get it out while I have it on my chest, okay? So this is why relationships keep coming up. Because how we develop a healthy emotional, which is the feminine energy, and mental, which is the masculine energy, body, I'm talking left brain, right brain here, okay? And the masculine energy is known to be more left brain, feminine energy, right brain. So when you can connect to your feminine and your masculine, you are connected to your spiritual body. Those who are disconnected from either or both, or if you only have one and you don't have the other, you're gonna meet somebody. I'm getting now into relationships. You're gonna meet someone. Okay, this person role is to help you get in connection to the body that you're not connected to. Okay, now I talked about this on one of the dailies last week, where if you're going through separation, it's really to help you, evolve or find the balance, basically, period, because you need both. All right. So you're on a mission, and the same way Earth was able to evolve and become a planet, you're supposed to be able to evolve to the point where you don't have to come back. You don't have to come back. So if you're able to find your divine partner, both of you are simply helping each other get the hell out of here. Once you're out of here, you're not searching for anyone. You're whole, you're complete. And if you guys actually and this is the things they should have been teaching in school, which they're not, but if you just look at the old stories, like mythical stories, just even the story Tiamat, how she was split in half, and she was I believe she was like the earth. Anyway, when she was split in half, that was the separation of masculine and feminine. Okay. And we have those issues on here now. We're dealing with it now. And this is why you don't want to get attached to any labels. Because once you are attached to a certain label, you identify with that, and that is an ego attachment. Oh, I'm female, therefore I have to think this way. I'm male, so therefore I have to feel this way and I have to argue this way. So gender roles can get you there. Oh, and then we got political affiliations, and we have race. Then we have so much. It's like, my goodness, there's different labels within labels within labels, till the point where the separation process puts people in an awakening. It will put you in an awakening. Yes, that's the dark night of the soul. That's usually the beginning of the new you. This is your spiritual body trying to be connected with you. This is you trying to connect with the true you, not the person you were told you were. So birth chart can tell you where your strengths, your weaknesses, where you need to work. Look at your Chiron. If you see what your Chiron is, you'll see what needs healing. That's like the key, okay? Like it can tell you a lot. So I'm just saying that so that you guys could go and even when you look at the actual symbol of the Chiron, the planet on your chart, it's a key. Okay, so that can give you some information on what needs healing within you. Okay, now let me just finish this off by saying eventually you can evolve and become a star. Like the sun is a star, okay? And you can evolve and become that, which is one of the like biggest beings, even though you continue to evolve. We're here to go through this so that we can start evolving, and you can't get lost into the relationship aspect because it is self-sacrifice. You literally agree, it's like you're agreeing to do it again because you can't disconnect from the idea of the relationship. Even if the relationship is unhealthy, people would stay in it. But see, what you're doing when you do that is you're in this, that's the yin yang. Okay, so what happens is your Merkaba is never formed because you're getting energy, but you're getting it from the other person. So this is in relationships where each person serves a role and it's a purpose, but there's no one in that dynamic, or both people in that dynamic are not in touch with themselves. So this is people who stay in relationships because of whatever reason you can come up with. I'm codependent, children, but I'm unhappy, but it makes sense. Basically, if I leave, then the kids will be affected, or the house will go into foreclosure because of this, and I won't be able to pay it. Or, you make a reason in your head as to why you need to stay. And okay, both are feeding each other something, and you can keep the household running. But this is like an unhealthy kind of, cycle, okay, where you're feeding each other. So it's kind of vampirism, guys. Okay, I'm saying this because this is when each person feeds. Like if I need to be fed, I go to my partner, and then they feed, and then we each feed each other. So it's like this illusion that we're both full and that everything is okay. Life is at a balance, but it doesn't grow, and you don't grow as a person. So you're literally saying you want to continue a cycle. So this is like agreeing to coming back. Yes, I like the cycle. Reincarnation is a cycle. It's a loop. If you're living a life in a loop, even though you don't feel healthy, or it's not a happy environment for you, you feel like something's missing, that's that Five of Pentacles energy, and you keep going back, and I can't leave them because if I do, then this. Or even I've known people who have actually separated from each other, and they're still going through that, feeding each other. Oh, I'm gonna get this person back because they did this. I'm gonna get this person back because they did this. I still hate them, and they still hate me. And they keep trying to get back at me, so I'm gonna get back. You're still in the same. You might as well would have stayed in the unhealthy marriage because it's the same thing. And then some people will be like, oh yeah, I was able to get out of that, or my ex-husband was able to get out of it, and I got married to him, or my ex-wife was in that kind of relationship and she and I got married, but I realized she's still connected to her ex and they're still going through their emotional battle. That person is still in a connection with the other person. There's no way you can develop a healthy connection with this person unless this person is able to remove themselves from that unhealthy attachment. There's no way, because that person is still, they're still in whatever they got going on. And you will basically become a third party. And you'll feel like something's missing. And, that's just another story. So basically, those who can't get out of that, they're saying that they need to do it again, okay? And that's running out, okay? Because there's going to be another wipeout of humanity. And this is the last one, because Earth is not going to allow to be the place where you could come and fulfill those anymore. So once that happens, your consciousness, just expands into the universe, but it doesn't get to experience the physical to get back in touch with Christ, with God, the true God source. So when you hear people say like the golden race, that's basically those who can activate their Christ consciousness. So it's a DNA activation. So you'll hear people say, oh, it's people who are this race only, or it's people who looks like this only, who are the chosen ones. And it's those who are able to activate their DNA to get in line with who they are and get in touch with their higher self, that Christ consciousness. That's all it is. As you all know, as time changes, everything changes. You're supposed to evolve. So this is natural selection, survival of the fittest. As the earth goes through the changes and earth evolves and the vibration here rises, you are expected to also do the same. So if you stay at that place where you're okay with being safe and you do what you are told to do and you never question anything, and you're okay with being a part of that group think, that collective consciousness, that we must do what we are told, otherwise we are going to get in trouble, and it's easier to just comply. If you're in that, you cannot activate. That's you can't. So those are people who are afraid to step out of their comfort zone. They must stay in their comfort zone. Like becoming vulnerable is the scariest thing, and they can't do that. You're self-sacrificing. Okay, because the story of Jesus says that he gave up his only son. He sacrificed his son to save his people. Right? What is it? For God so loved the world that he gave up his only begotten son. So this is you all. You're giving up yourself. You're self-sacrificing because you're not on the route to your higher self. You're not in the route to reach your Christ consciousness. So do you know who the Antichrist is? Anyone who is not doing the work to get in touch with their higher self. That is an Antichrist being, because they are anti-self. That's all it is, guys. This stuff is the way that things are, I guess, explained is, it's so, it sounds so like a story and it must be this and you need to do that. No, as you start to get in touch with who you are, you will understand everything. You'll see the codes, the messages will be sent to you. So the Antichrist is literally a person who refuses to do the work to get in touch with themselves. Okay? Now, let's see. It's just that when I see the star card, I get excited. because that's you're trying to become a star, guys. And that star card is the energy of doing the work, finding your life's purpose. You did the healing work. You're on a route to spirituality. You're on a route to your spiritual self. Okay, and the star is the Aquarius card. This is the age of Aquarius. The age of Aquarius is the last age where you can try to reach that Christ consciousness. Y'all need to understand the higher purpose in this. It's bigger than the relationship. It's bigger than getting abundance in your whatever project you're doing. It's bigger than, having a wonderful life and everyone being proud of you. And that's just how you reach your higher self. That's how you get to that activation, okay? Where you don't have to, you're not restrained to one dimension. Where you are interdimensional, you're multidimensional. You guys are made to be stars. Okay, that we are stars. And a lot of us are, going through the toughest part. The toughest part of this whole journey is the most rewarding. Because you made it out. You went through the death energy. You transformed. Okay? All right, so please give me a message for Thursday, August 6th. All right, I don't know how long this message was but let's see what cards they have, okay? All right. Let me jump right on in. Thank you. Nine of Air. So this is what I'm feeling. I feel like a lot of you are going through the dark night of the soul. It's hard. This is the energy where you're expecting the worst. Sleepless nights. You're going through a transformation. It's trying to make it through the other side. This is it's the hard part. This is the baby going through to make it out and, be born. The baby comes out of the mother's womb crying. Just went through a transformation. When a caterpillar turns into a butterfly, all of the other butterflies, they're mourning. They think that the caterpillar is dead. No. The caterpillar just went through its transformation. It's now a butterfly. It's flying over. It has a whole different view. It went from crawling to flying. It went through the ascension process. So while those who it left behind are mourning it, it's looking down and saying, be happy for me. I'm looking over you. Okay, that's you guys, you have ancestors. They're around you. They're trying to help you. Those who were able to ascend. Because, there's a lot of confusion here. Seven of Water is your overall energy. This is the part of the process where you feel confused. You feel like, listen, this is so hard. What am I going through? You're going through the transformation so that you can get that light bulb moment. You make it to the other side, trying to push you all. Trying to push you. There are a lot of people here who actually came in. They already reached their ascension. They already ascended in previous lifetimes. They came to save everyone else. Okay, these are the indigos. These are the star seeds. These are the Geez, it's at the tip of my tongue. Basically, those souls who came back to help humanity, they literally came knowing they might end up picking up more karmic lessons and get into the reincarnation cycle. That's a risk they took to come help. And when they came back, it's like they went through the mother's womb, lost all of their memories, so no access to the Akashic records. They don't know. They're doing everything from scratch. But if those who chose to do that stay on their path and don't allow other energies or other things, or don't get that ego attachment, that's the one that gets most people. I need to feel good. I need to look good. I need to, oh gosh, that's the trap. That's the devil. That's how the devil gets you. I need to have this amount of money. That's not what this is about. Life is not about making money. Like that is an ego attachment. Okay, 9 of air, king of air. I told you we're getting a lot of air energy because, okay, so the king of air, this is like the mental body waking up, guys. This is being able to speak your mind with confidence. This is okay being the only one in the room who has a different mindset, who has a different belief. So while everybody else persecutes the king of air, is like, I honestly don't care what you guys think. This is how I feel. This is what I feel is right for me. This is what I'm going to do. Okay, so with today's, the way things are today, especially with social media, if you don't agree with this group think kind of mentality, where everyone has one view, and if you, ew, man, that's what's killing off mankind, guys. You really have to remove yourself from that, where you care what other people think. It says balance your mental and emotional considerations. That's what it says. King of air. This is the one that's, oh yeah, I'm okay being uncomfortable. I'm not here to please anybody, because I know that what I feel is right for me. This is how I see it. This is how I see it. This is what I feel is right. And I'm not going to just give up my right to feel the way that I feel. This is who I am. Some of you give that up. Oh, I'm only doing it because it's easier. Or if I don't do it, then I'd be looked at this, or this might be the consequence. That can't be your concern. That cannot be your concern anymore. We're not at that level. That if you are not elevating to the frequency of Earth is changing. Literally, people's DNA is changing. It changes through how you choose to make decisions. This is how you activate certain things. A lot of you have a lot of mental capacity that has not been tapped into because you don't go there. You never tap there. You never even try to think in a certain way. Some of you, all of your behavior is pulled from a prior behavior. It's pulled from something that was taught to you. It's pulled from a certain group label that you attach to. It's never an authentic, novel thought. It's never true to who you truly are. It's almost scary to even go in certain envelopes in your mind. Some of you, if you have a pure thought, you're like, oh, don't think that. No, explore that. It's those thoughts that people keep putting on you that you need to stop thinking. 8 of Earth, work. This takes work. This is a lot of work. It's not easy. It takes dedication. A lot of you're going to actually be able to start getting in touch with who you are once you, whatever it is you love to do, you do more of it. Okay, so whatever it is you naturally love to do, as you start putting energy, effort into that, not only will you find a lot of satisfaction in it, but you actually start making money from it. So this is spiritual currency. That's basically what currency is. It's energy. So you start getting more spiritual. So the more spiritual currency you gain, you'll start seeing your money increase. Okay, I'm trying to tell y'all. So there's something that everyone came into existence with a talent. Okay, once you start tapping into that and it becomes something you love, and then you start using it and you start helping people around you, or it becomes a sense of inspiration for others, that thing, you become abundant in it. Okay, that's where they're trying to lead you. Okay, the wheel, hello, this helps close out karmic cycles. This is things moving forward. Okay, what does it say there? Positive change. The wheel of fortune. Positive change trying to come in. Fortune is on your side. And yes, a lot of you're going to be abundant. You're going to start receiving more, feeling like you're more lucky, like good luck is coming in. Like listen. Let me keep going. Release. Release is a big part of this. Spiritual transformation. Listen, the cards are, they really are saying, it's like they're reiterating what I said earlier. The end of a phase or situation, you went through the transformation. When these things start happening, that means you went through the transformation. Okay, it does require you to release things. It's right below the 9 of air. That is that dark night of the soul. That is, you went through your spiritual transformations. It feels so hard. Oh my God, when you make it to the other side, it is so rewarding. Okay, 4 of water. All right, so this is where I'm feeling a lot of you. See, this is that giving up, feeling like you want to give up. Because release, making it to the other side, it's like being thrown in a tsunami. And it's so hard. And what you're fighting is the death of the old, because you're so afraid of the new. So when you finally release and you stop fighting and you surrender, you wash ashore, okay? Because some of you, it shows up in the 3D. It shows up on Earth, in Earth school, as you missing an opportunity. Okay, so if this was a love message or any kind of message, even career, this would be missing out on your person because you can't let go of the past, or because you're so used to whatever it is you're holding on to, which was not even good for you, that you can't see what's on the other side. But see, this person, or this is a mermaid, it's surrendering. It's like, okay, sometimes this is giving up, or sometimes people may look at it as giving up. But when you surrender, it's like telling the universe, take me where I'm supposed to be. I trust you. And you know, if you're not happy in something, you need to just open your eyes to other possibilities. Guys, this is like our last cycle for the Aquarian age, is what I mean. Oh man. 7 of Earth. It's gonna require work. So seeds well planted. This is you putting in put your energy where it's supposed to be. This is it's well planted. So this requires discernment. Okay, this is being able to see if you're about to go back into what you just released. Okay, so this is being able to pick up red flags and not plant your seeds in the wrong places. Okay, so during this time, you're usually very careful, so it might feel like nothing's happening. It says a pause, a temporary pause in action, but don't worry, because your worry will be unnecessary. This is you putting in the work. So usually this is when you're detached from outside things. You're going within, you're working on whatever project you're doing. And it's not going to be in vain. Usually when I see these two cards, I know something good is coming, because 7 of Earth is knowing where to direct your energy and then start doing the work. Even though nothing around you is manifesting or is showing proof that the work you're putting in is going to bring results, you still do it because you trust it. You trust it. Okay, and then you start putting in your energy. You start your skill and whatever it is that you love to do, it increases. You start learning more about yourself, what you love to do. You start doing it, and then you get stronger, more proficient in it. Okay, you see how this he's there with the books, learning more, growing his wings. And then it becomes second nature. And then you're like, wow, I didn't even know I had all of this in me. Well, yeah, you're tapping into who you truly are. It's going to naturally come out. Naturally come out. And then after the 8 comes the 9 of Earth. That's being self-sufficient. This is having that independence, not needing someone else to validate you. Being able to go within. 5 of Air. All right, so more air. This says unwise choice, right? And learn what you can from the situation. Many of you, this is that realization that you've been in a cycle where you keep making the same mistakes. You keep doing the same thing over and over and over. You keep making the same unwise choice. You're in a cycle. You release something. You go back into it. Stop that. It's time to do things different. Okay? It really is. It's time to do things different. I'm going to pull a few energy cards. I got to let y'all go here. Oh, that came out fast. Well, yesterday we got the 1st and the 7th chakra. And the 7th chakra came out twice. Look what we got today. 5th chakra. All right now. This is your throat chakra. Speaking your truth. This is most people's block. Having something to say, but don't say it, or not being able to really express to the world who they truly are, because they're so stuck in the person they were told they were. When you're so stuck into a persona. So this is you becoming what you're told you are. Okay, so you can't detach from your physical self. Can't express yourself here. Okay, throat chakra, guys, and then we'll pull some angel answers. Thank you for sticking with me today. My goodness, I think this may be the longest one I've ever had. I have no idea how long this is. Ask your angels. Ask your angels, guys. They want to help. So here's what I'm getting. If you're having a hard time, talk to your angels. They cannot intervene if you don't ask them. So you have so much help around you. Number one, they want you to realize this, and then they want you to talk to them. They will help you. I'm telling you, this is, even though it's hard, it's really just challenging, but it's so rewarding. And it does take a lot of work. It takes for you to be strong. It takes for you to be determined, dedicated. Your willpower, you're growing. This is how you evolve. This is the change. This is the transformation. Okay, guys? And that is your message. Okay? So, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you for watching. We'll see what comes out tomorrow. Okay, bye-bye.